I tell people that I believe, and biblically, that you can live a life free from sin. Meaning that, yes, you can live on without committing any sin. They look at me and they think I'm crazy. And it's like, no, you're crazy. Because you have allowed Satan and the pastor that was sworn in by Satan to trick you into thinking that you can sin and that you're always going to sin. Don't that sound like the Garden of Eden? Don't that sound like the garden? Like where Satan told her, surely you can eat the fruit. Surely you can still sin. Surely you're going to still sin. Surely you'll never stop sinning. Surely you're not perfect. Then when you read Bible verses like, go and sin no more. Be perfect as your Father who's in heaven is perfect. When I return, I shall see no blemishes. When you read stuff like that, you think, wow, what does this mean? But hear what it really is. This is how crazy it sounds. Look, you can pray for the car you want, the house you want, for your bills to get paid, and God can give you those things no problem. You can pray for protection. You can pray to be healed from cancer or blindness or death, and God can give you those things. You can pray to remove certain people out of your friend groups or your family that cause you harm, and God can do that. You believe in God and all those things that don't mean nothing to God. But God does not have the power to stop you from sin, to give you the heart desire to not sin, to change your mind to not sin. You know, these are biblical principles. That's the crazy part. Like, the Bible literally teaches that God can change your heart, that He will change your mind. The word repent literally means to change, to have a changed heart. But I'm crazy because I believe what I'm reading says that I can live a life free from sin. What does it mean to be like Christ if I'm still going to live in sin? What does that mean? We're just reading words that have no meaning. What is be born again? And not understand what be born mean? Like, if you really look that up in the Greek and in the Hebrew, it means to be born from heaven. But I'm crazy. Jesus Christ. Hope your children. Hell's gonna be full, I'm telling y'all. Hell's gonna be full. I'm gonna give it to you raw. Noah preached for 120 days. 120 days, and only 8 people was on that boat. Think about that. For all of you who call yourselves sinners and live a life of sin and say that you'll never be perfect, and you make up excuses for why you want to masturbate and watch porn and curse and drink and smoke and treat people like crap and gossip and steal and unalive, just have an understanding that you would not have survived in any biblical timeline. You wouldn't survive in the Old Testament, and you wouldn't survive in the New Testament. Because in the Old Testament, the Bible literally said if they got caught in sin, capture them and hang them on the tree. Paul referenced this exact same verse in the New Testament. Have an understanding that only 8 people got on that boat after 120 years of Noah preaching. Hell is going to be full because Satan is still at work. And he's been doing it for a long time, generations. Rest in peace, though. That's what they say, right?